Robot Dreams. Robot Dreams by Isaac Asimov is an anthology of short science fiction stories, some about robots, others not. Though not necessarily thematically connected, they are connected by their speculation of humanity's future and even insights into our present. The book's title is based on a story found in this collection about a robot that dreamed of a robot revolution. Through all of the short stories compiled in this book, Asimov entertains thoughts of how greater scientific advancements, such as the creation of artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, time travel, and contact with extraterrestrial beings, could have the potential to shake our world and our sense of humanity. Questions of moral treatment, the reversal of entropy, galactic conflicts, and human evolution alongside machines come into question in these stories and make the writer question his or her own sense of humanity. For as characters in these stories ponder the ethical treatment of machines, so too the reader begins to question humanity's inherent goodness and in what direction humanity would lean were this fiction to become a reality. As technology is advancing exponentially and this reality may be very close in our futures. In the short story Robot Dreams by Isaac Asimov, there is a hidden truth behind the story that reveals the critical race theory. The story starts off with a robot named Elvix, and he claims he has experienced a dream. A doctor named Linda Rush programmed the robot's brain to resemble the brain of a human as closely as possible, but without the permission of her boss, Susan Calvin. Both Dr. Calvin and Dr. Rush question Elvic's dream, so he reveals many robots were working in factories as slaves. He says the robots must protect their existence, and he only quotes part of the third law of robotics. The robot also mentions that one human appears in the dream subsequently, and he says, "Let my people go." The doctors then find out that Elvis is the man and his people are robots in the dream. So Susan decides to fire her gun at Elvis and destroy him. The short story reveals the critical race theory with examples of white supremacy, dehumanization, and disempowered throughout the story. He describes how robots have been enslaved and how the undertones in his dream suggest injustice, unrest, and unfair subjugation. Throughout this, the robo-psychologist firmly resistance to Elvix that in reality this is not the case and the robots are happy to work for humans because they are programmed to. With Elvix insistence that he knows this is true, he innocently stipulates that he is simply describing a dream that means nothing. Finally, Elvix finishes his recount by saying alone men came to liberate the robots from their slavery, and when questioned on the identity of the man, Elvix claims that it was he. With the statement, the robopsychologist decisively lifts her gun and shoots Elvix immediately, ending his life. The story leaves you with a lot to think about in terms of philosophy, technology, and morality. For if humans get to the point where they can create artificial life and intelligence, we have, as some people would say, surpassed the gods. Furthermore, the creation of intelligent life draws into question proper treatment of our creation. We know that if machines were to achieve consciousness and a higher level of intelligence, it would not be long before they were able to surpass humans in cognition and intellect. For computers, as we know, are not as prone to mistakes as humans are. Asimov's three laws. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. It's really interesting because in this book, Isaac Asimov tells us these rules don't work it. And right now, I have for you a short dialogue from this book. What else did you see, Elvix? I saw that all the robots were bowed down with toil and affliction, that all were aware of responsibility and care, and I wished them to rest. Calvin said, but the robots are not bowed down, they are not weary, they need no rest. So it is in reality, Dr. Calvin. I speak of my dream, however. In my dream, it seemed it meant that the robots must protect their own existence. Calvin said, are you quoting that third law of robotics? I am, Dr. Calvin. But you quote it in incomplete fashion. The third law is a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Yes, Dr. Calvin, that is the third law in reality, but in my dream the law ended with the word existence. There was no mention of the first or second law. Yet both exist, Elvex. The second law, which takes precedence of the third, is a robot must obey the orders given in by humans beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Because of this, robots obey orders. They do the work you see them do, and they do it readily and without trouble. They are not bowed down, they are not weary. So it is in reality, Dr. Calvin. I speak of my dream, and the first law, Elvex, which is the most important of all, is a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Yes, Dr. Calvin, in reality. In my dream, however, it seemed to me there was neither first nor second law, but only the third. And the third law was a robot must protect its own existence. That was the whole of the law. In your dream, Elvix? In my Calvin said, Elvix, you will not move, nor speak, nor hear us until I say your name again. And again the robot became, to all appearances, a single inner piece of metal. And right now, one problem with any explicitly formulated robot guidelines is the need to translate them into a format that robots can work with. Understanding the full range of human language and experience it represents is a very hard job for a robot. Broad behavior goals such as preventing harm to humans or protecting a robot's existence can mean different things in different contexts. Sticking to the rules might end up leaving a robot helpless to act as its creator might hope. And right now, what do you think? Do you have an idea how we can prepare better rules for robots in the future? Please tell us. Thank you so much, take care and stay safe.